Luigi's Mansion 3 is an absolutely outstanding game with an enormous hotel to explore and puzzles and enemies that make the game loads of fun. Incorporating this massive map allowed Nintendo to pack the game full of secrets, some which are small Easter eggs that don't have too much importance, and some that can actually alter the outcome of the game. My name is Copycat, and welcome to the top 10 secrets in Luigi's Mansion 3. Just like in previous Luigi's Mansion games, you sometimes can come across a crack in the wall that gives you the ability to look into rooms from the hallway, where you can find some hilarious Easter eggs. In one instance, there's a seemingly innocent ghost who's just brushing his teeth without a care in the world. All of a sudden, things turn weird, and the ghost begins to use the brush to wipe his butt. This goes on in a loop, so you can see how things are pretty strange here. Hidden throughout the game, but more specifically in the first few levels, are several Mario Easter eggs. The first can be found immediately when you enter the hotel, right in the area where Mario was eating some cake. If you position Luigi very close to the table, then a very familiar tune will begin to play.
Yum!
Another Mario reference comes in the form of King Boo, where he decides to use some very choice words when introducing himself. Finally, in Mario's room, you'll find a few pizza boxes on the ground with the words, "Since 1983, printed on the side. This was the year when the Mario Bros. Arcade game was released, which is really the official birth of the year of the character. However, my favorite Easter egg comes in the form of the hidden block that can be revealed by blowing air to spin both turntables. There's a few other fun Easter eggs scattered throughout the hotel, but if there are some huge Mario themed ones that I missed, then please let me know in the comments below. One of the very first missions in the game has you rescuing Professor Egad and escorting him to his makeshift lab in the parking garage. Things start to get interesting when you blast him with your flashlight, causing him to freeze in one of 3 interesting poses. It's really cool as well because it actually reveals his eyes, which is something that hasn't been seen in Luigi's Mansion before. Throughout the vast hotel, there are golden ghosts that are extremely hidden and give you a lot of money if defeated. To find these ghosts, you usually have to complete some sort of puzzle, destroy an object, trigger a switch, or just get plain lucky. These ghosts have lots of health and try to evade your flashlight in weird ways, but are really easy to defeat. If you want to finish the game in S-Class, then finding each and every one of these is a must. Not only can you get Professor Egad to respond in some hilarious ways, but the Toads also respond to the flashlight bursts as well. Toads can also get sucked up and be used to break things around the room, which can lead to some very truly funny results, and if he somehow sticks the landing, he gets really proud of himself. The final Toad interaction comes in the form of a high five that you can do if you go up to him and press X. Pretty cute, huh? Not only are there a lot of throwback Mario game references in Luigi's Mansion 3, but there are also many references to Nintendo's past, and Easter eggs of other game titles that developer Next Level Games have created. The first of these Easter eggs comes in the form of the device that Egad gives you to communicate with him, the Virtual Boo. If you know anything about Nintendo's history, the Virtual Boy was a failed attempt by Nintendo to create a sort of 3D system way back in the early 1990s. The Virtual Boy was deemed a commercial failure, mainly due to the lack of good games and its monochrome red color that would leave its users with massive headaches. Not only is the Virtual Boo monochrome red, but Egad sort of makes a funny reference to this by saying, "Just wait until I finish the marketing materials on this. It'll fly right off the shelves." Well, right, that's ironic. There are also several movie posters that you can find in the hotel that are references to past titles that this Nintendo-owned developer has made. This includes Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, Super Mario Strikers, and Punch-Out!, which if you suck out the poster, Little Mac's boxing glove will come flying out. Not only are past Nintendo franchises referenced, but even the previous Luigi's Mansion title, The Dark Moon, shows up all over this game. On the 4th floor, there's a dressing room with the pianist where you can reveal the piano to play a very interesting but familiar tune. This is the theme song from The Dark Moon. There's also several images you can find throughout the hotel of the Dark Moon itself, and the fact that King Boo is the boss of this game is a good tie-in. On the 8th floor, there's a movie studio with a very interesting director who wants to make Luigi his new star. Luigi is forced to battle a ghost dressed up as Godzilla to create this director's visionary new movie. Once this fight is done, you can go to the director's room and you have the option to suck up the ghost there and then, or come back closer to the end of the game, allowing him to create his masterpiece. This is what the secret cutscene movie looks like.
Sorry.
Because there's an entire floor dedicated to making movies, that means there are a ton of small Easter eggs and secrets pertaining to some very famous films and TV shows. There's a really obvious reference to the famous carpet that can be found in the Overlook Hotel in The Shining, as well as flooring that looks extremely similar to the one that can be found on the TV show Twin Peaks. In the sewers, there's also a few references to the movie It, as you can find a few floating paper boats, as well as a very ominous balloon. As well, in the film studio sets, you can find references to The Ring, Godzilla, and even E.T. In Luigi's Mansion 3, there are 102 hidden gems and 16 secret boos scattered across the different floors of the hotel. Some of these can be a bit tricky to find, but once both of these collectibles are at 100%, you'll unlock some very special in-game prizes. The first is a really weird flashlight that projects the image of a boo through it. The other is a really slick diamond-encrusted plunger. Pretty cool, huh? The secret that comes in at number 1 on this list are the multiple endings that you could get depending on how much money you have at the end of the game. Right now there are 3 endings that have been found, and here they are.
Oh yeah. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye. Yeah. Wow. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye. Ha. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Now, there actually may be many more possibilities that haven't been found yet, so let me know in the comments below if you know any of them. Alright, so that's going to be it for today's video, guys. I really hope you did enjoy this one. If you did, then please leave a like. Subscribe to my channel, because I've noticed that only 8% of you that watch my videos are subscribed. That means 92% of you aren't. So if you do like this kind of content, mainly Nintendo stuff, then please support me by subscribing. Hope you guys all have a good day, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.